Good afternoon, everybody. It's 2:22 p.m., July 14, 2023. I just received an email from a newsletter that I subscribe to. It's called 05G. And I didn't know about this patent. It's a U.S. patent, US 6192598B as in boy 1. The use of microwaves to kill insects. Imagine that. But before I get into it, please hit the thumbs up, like, comment down below if you feel inclined to do so, and share. This is dated July 13, 2023 by 05G.com. The use of millimeter and microwaves as an insecticide treatment is described in a 1999 U.S. patent. And let me scroll down below here. Now, let me show you the patent. But here it says 2001. So what ends up happening is sometimes it's submitted early, and then it gets reviewed and then approved at a different date. So let me read on here. It's microwave and millimeter wave method and apparatus for controlling insects in stored products. So that would be, let's say, a packaging facility is packaging your grain, right? Packaging the grain, packages, but they decided, we're not going to go look for insects beforehand. We're just going to zap them after they get packaged up. That's what I'm thinking. That's what they could possibly do. So this is for inside. Here, let me show you the diagram. So this patent is to zap bugs, literally zap bugs. And it basically says that it was actually filed August 10, 1998, and the U.S. provisional application was filed November 3rd, 1997. The field and background of the invention is that it relates in general to pest control using microwave energy, and in particular the use of super high frequency, SHF, and extremely high frequency, EHF band microwaves that kill insects in granular materials without the use of chemicals. Granular materials inside of granular materials. That to me sounds like grain, folks. Like the grain in a silo and stuff like that. So then these grains, for instance, or these granular materials like rice, are being zapped with extremely high frequencies, microwaves, millimeter waves, to kill the bugs. The principle of using microwaves as a pesticide in grain, there you go, and granular materials has been known, but it has been determined that effective and consistent mortality rates are only possible when the grain in unpacked, mixed with air, and fairly uniform in density for effective microwave penetration. Okay. So then it goes on to provide a couple of links. One is a link to the insect apocalypses here, the New York Times. Massive deployments of ground and space-based wireless systems are a threat to the health of all biological life by continuously contaminating our environment with microwave radiation, a hazardous physical agent. Well, of course, get this, folks. If they're zapping bugs, let's say they're zapping bugs in my environment, are they also zapping the trees and the branches and the birds and the worms and everything else? There's a related subject here. Militaries use electromagnetic radiation as weapons. No, you're kidding me. They don't do that. So there's a link to the video. Let me see what this video is. If it's on YouTube, then I can provide you a link. 1 second. I didn't click on it yet. There it goes. Oh my goodness. Look at this creative thing.
So right behind me is the ADS system, and what we're going to do is we're going to go on the ship and find out what really makes it bring the heat.
Oh, how exciting. Wow. Oh my. It's gonna
So
radiate
this is where the ADS system is controlled. It's very cramped, small, almost like my living quarters in the barracks. Just kidding. But for real, this is very, very cramped. So the guy's in here, he's controlling the monitors. It's got it pinpointed all the way down to small little crosshairs, and it's really impressive. Probably the coolest thing about this little getup is
it's cool.
The Atari-like joystick that they use to control the system. And I'm pretty sure I'd be qualified to operate this system because I'm pretty good at Call of Duty. So you've got the two monitors.
A joystick. So these young guys are operating a joystick to radiate the entire environment. Military ray gun, ADS, electromagnetic radiation weapon. Oh, how
right
exciting.
Here, you could probably play split screen. I don't know. We'll have to ask about that. I'm ready, sir. Wow. Wow. So, sir, I've seen this operated on one person, but how does it measure up against a crowd of people?
You can use it in a crowd to move a crowd from one area to the other. That's the beauty of the system. You can actually sweep from left to right, start on one end, and you can get them in the direction that you want to go. So it's very useful to the commanders, moving people in specific directions.
So, folks, imagine you saw what just happened with that weapon. Those people were being assaulted as they were standing up and had the ability to move away and walk away from it. What happens when you're in a sound sleep and that's happening to you, folks? Isn't that what's happening to targeted people on the non-investigative subjects on the terrorist watch list? That's comprised of 70% women over the age of 50. Wow. Imagine that doesn't happen.
So it's a very effective weapon that has a very broad range of things they can do. And at the same time, it's non-lethal. It's not going to kill you. So
it's not going to kill you.
Oh, I'm going to be roasted alive. As soon as you get out of the heat, your skin's fine. You feel normal. And
as soon as you get out of the heat, your skin feels fine. It feels normal. Well, what if you're asleep? What if they put you to sleep with radio frequencies and they're roasting you all night long? You have no method of getting out of the heat.
That's correct.
I really like that about the system.
Yes.
Look at that.
Some people think that the Marine Corps is all about dropping bodies, but that's just not true. In fact, the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General James Amos, is the Department of Defense's executive agent for non-lethal weapons. Non-lethal weapons.
What an oxymoron. Non-lethal weapons. These are the most lethal weapons on the planet, folks.
Are the future of keeping our service members safe.
Yeah.
DoD's active denial technology and future solid-state active denial technology system will produce a focused beam of directed energy to provide our troops a non-lethal option to stop, deter, and turn back suspicious individuals with minimal risk of injury. Active denial technology is designed to protect the innocent, minimize fatalities, and limit collateral damage.
Designed to protect the innocent. Minimize collateral damage. Is this... did I hear that right?
Across the range of military operations. Active denial technology uses radio frequency millimeter waves at a frequency of 95 gigahertz. Traveling at the speed of light, the millimeter wave directed energy engages the subject, penetrating the skin to a depth of only about 1/64th of an inch. The beam produces an intolerable heating sensation, compelling the targeted individual to instinctively move.
Did you hear what he just said? The targeted individual, compelling the targeted individual to move. An intolerable beam of heat that encourages the targeted individual to move.
For the military, active denial technology can be used for both force application and force protection missions. Applications include crowd control, perimeter security, patrol and convoy protection, and other defensive and offensive operations from both fixed site or mobile platforms. While the active denial system advanced concept technology demonstration succeeded in demonstrating a large-scale version of active denial technology, a smaller scale, more mobile version is being developed by the U.S. Army and the DoD's non-lethal weapons program, utilizing solid-state technology. This system will demonstrate and prove out the critical technologies for a follow-on tactical system, which will be an adjunct system that can be installed on a range of tactical or support vehicles. It will have an azimuth drive for full 360-degree coverage, E-steering and azimuth for fine steering control, and full E-steering and elevation. With an invisible beam, speed of light targeting, and silent operation.
Invisible beam, silent light targeting.
It can be used in a wide range of operations, such as enhanced combat mobility in dense urban areas, where it quickly and safely moves civilians obstructing vehicle mobility. Or it can be used to safely deter unarmed but suspicious civilians observing U.S. forces. At entry control...
Did you hear that? Look. Deter suspicious unarmed people.
Control points. It provides an additional layer of response for dealing with potentially threatening targets and potential crowd violence. It can be quickly de-escalated by targeting the leader, or if necessary, by panning across the entire crowd, while armed individuals mixed in a crowd can be engaged without risk to surrounding civilians. Since the beam can penetrate window glass, it can also be used for non-lethal engagement of suspicious vehicles potentially threatening U.S. forces. The SS-ADT will be a lightweight, non-kinetic, non-lethal anti-personnel system, providing an alternative to lethal force.
Well, God bless the military ray gun, folks. The non-lethal weapon.
Forget about EMPs for a second. Is there any real plain straightforward...
Non-lethal weapon. The non-lethal weapon. Where you can use a joystick. And laugh about it. Okay, guys. So there are microwave bug zappers. There is a patent for it. So, like the targeted justice lawsuit, the judge had the audacity to turn around and deny the claim with prejudice, claiming that their claims were fantastical. Really? We've got microwave bug zappers since the 1990s. We've got these military-grade, non-lethal heat ray guns. I mean, this technology has been around for decades. So anyway, yes, for those people who are not aware, the targeted justice lawsuit was shot down by the judge, but they are appealing it. So we'll see what happens after the appeal. They'll have to get a better judge. The judge just shot the whole thing down, claiming it was fantastical. And with prejudice means that they can't file the lawsuit again. So they were left with no choice but to appeal. So I'm looking forward to hearing what happens during the appeal process, which is very tedious and time-consuming, folks. So anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Once again, hit the thumbs up. Welcome newcomers. And the rain did stop here. It just appeared to be some kind of a rain. I would say it was a sun shower, but there was no sun. It was just this big, puffy black cloud. But I hope everybody's doing well. I've got to get some cleaning done around here, and I will talk to you soon.